All right, boys and girls, one of my favorite things to do for Valentine's Day is to make heart op art cards. And what's so great about this activity is that all you need is paper and a tracer and a pencil and a ruler and some coloring materials. You can use colored pencils, you can use markers, you can use crayons, whatever you like. So first, after you fold your paper in half to make your card, you need to decide if you want to make your card vertical or horizontal. So I already went ahead and traced this, so I wouldn't waste your time because I think everyone knows how to trace at this point. And I'm tracing it in Sharpie so that it's easier for you to see. So basically what you need to do is after you trace your heart, you need to put a dot anywhere you want. It could be in the middle. It could be on the side here. You can see over here, I put it in the middle. And in the other one, I put it on the upper left. You can put it on the upper right. It's up to you. There's so many different options. But I decided just to do it in the middle so you can see what it looked like. Then what you're going to do is you're going to make 12 radiating lines coming from the center. And as you can see, I hope you can see, I'm holding my paper, I'm rotating my paper around, and I'm holding the ruler in such a way that's like making like an L shaped. If you're a lefty, you make the L shape. If you're a righty, you make a backwards L shape. So you're using this focal point to make your diagonal lines around the page. And the reason we want 12 is because we need an even amount of sections to work with the opposites, with the positive and negative space that we're going to create with the optical illusion. So make sure you have a firm grasp on your ruler so it doesn't move. Again, you're going to do this in pencil first, I would suggest, because you don't want to make a mistake with Sharpie because then you can't erase it. So let's see if I made a mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and one more. The best part about it is if you forget one line, you can just add it in and no one knows the difference. All right, so we have my 12 lines. So now you have to figure out in terms of opposites what you're going to color in. So you have to work from the inside out. What I like to tell my students with a pencil is I like to mark every other section with a little dot. Okay, so I know that you don't have to think that the sections within this heart are going to be colored. Now, since I'm going to color in the inside of this heart, I'm going to leave that blank. So now I'm going to start here, and you can start anywhere. So now I know that every other section is going to be the opposites. I'm not going to color, I'm going to color. Or not going to color it one color, or I'm going to color it a different way. You can use 2 different colors on the inside, then the same colors and reverse it on the outside, or use warm colors on the inside like I did over here. I did pink and red over here, and then purple and blue on the outside. Or you could just stick with one color, pink, if you want, pink and white. Or you could do pink and purple. It's endless. It's really up to you. So I'm going to show you one that I started with marker, okay? Because this was another one that I started. And so basically you would color this section, and this section, and this section, and this section, and then the outside. So I want to show you what I mean with the color because it looks a little prettier, okay? And I also just want to show you how to properly use a marker if you're using a marker. So if you know the colors that you're going to do, okay? Now I was just showing this as an example. One of the things that I would do, first of all, is you want to color in your inside shapes first. You want to color in your inside shapes first. Now it looks like this is a little bit of a different pink, but that's fine. So you're going to outline your shapes with the marker. If you're using marker, it's really important to obviously put the cap on the back and nice long lines. You always want to work from the inside out. And I like to use the thin side to outline and the wide side to color in, because with markers you can see the brush strokes. And you want to make sure you don't have any white spots, okay? So again, it looks like I didn't really have the right pink, but that's all right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to color in the outside. So after you finish all of your inside sections, you're going to outline the shape that you need to color in. Because then you don't even really need to think. And by marking these areas already with the color of the marker that you're working with, it's really gonna make it really easy for you to not have to think about what you want to do. So this is one that's in progress, and as you can see, once you start going around and around, the optical illusion is going to really start to come through. So I'll just finish this one. But basically the idea is you color all the inside pieces first and then work on the outside. Especially if you're using marker, it's very wet, and you also want to be mindful, if you do want to keep it white, that you don't lean on the wet areas when you are coloring. The other thing I wanted to mention is that you can see I'm using my hand to hold the paper straight. Okay, so you want to make sure that you take the time and really work in strokes. It actually goes so much faster when you do it the right way, and it looks so much neater. And over here, I actually kind of like it with the duotone pink. You really can't mess this up. If you do a little bit of planning in the beginning, the rest of it is just really easy. You don't have to think about it, and it's just a lot of fun. And there's so many different variations that you can do here. As long as you play around with the idea of opposite, positive space and negative space. And that would be one version of doing it. This is another way of doing it if you have other little hearts, and you can include those into the background and figure it out that way. So that would be one way. Here's another way if you do in the upper left. There's so many different versions, and I hope you have fun doing it.